Welcome to Cage Minds, Micah Frankel at the Jacksonwink Academy alongside the Tornado. Jesse Tafoya ahead of PFC 34, March 16th, Amarillo, Texas. Sir, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Oh, that's great to hear. How's camp been? How you feeling ahead of this fight?
Camp has been great. It's been a nice long one. I've had about 9 weeks of preparation until fight night. So I feel great. I feel better than I've ever been.
Feeling better than you've ever been, 9 weeks of preparation. When you say feeling better than you ever have, what does that entail? You hear guys say that all the time. What does it really mean for you?
I've made huge jumps during this camp, both mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm in some of the best shape I've ever been in my life, and so I'm ready to put on a great show.
So when you say mentally, spiritually, can you tell us a little bit of what that journey entailed to get to where you are now?
Yeah, definitely. Mentally, Coach Greg Jackson has a class here called Strategy every week, and we go over old samurai texts and talk about how it pertains to the martial arts life and our life in particular in this sport. And it's been great. I love that class so much. It's helped me a lot.
What was your initial thoughts when Greg proposes this class, when they say they're going to be adding this class in?
I didn't know exactly. I thought it was specific fight strategy, you know what I mean? But it's really just how to mentally handle everything that we're going to have to deal with as fighters, because there's a lot. There's a lot of pressures. There's a lot of opinions, you know what I mean? So it's been an amazing class, and I'm really thankful for it.
You've been around this and around this gym, these coaches, most of your life at this point. I think I've known you more than half your life at this point. Were you surprised at some of those challenges that you faced mentally and everything that hit you once turning professional, even though you had kind of observed other people dealing with these?
Yeah, I mean, we've known each other for a long time. I've been at this gym for a very long time. I've been training under Coach Wink for more than half of my life. So, yeah, it's been very interesting to actually go through the motions as opposed to just watching them. Because when I joined the gym, I saw John Jones, Holly Holm, Carlos Condit, Dodson, all these very high-level fighters, and I saw how they dealt with it. It seemed like they dealt with it very easily. But there are a lot of different things that a fighter has to go through as they're climbing the ranks professionally. And it becomes actually insane, you know what I mean? So having the right head on your shoulders, being able to maintain the right focus is paramount to success.
What did you feel like it was key to getting that focus and getting a grasp on the issues that you needed to get under control?
Just really getting to know and getting closer with Coach Greg Jackson has been huge. It has been probably the biggest part of that, because he's coached all these amazing fighters at the highest levels that you can obtain at this sport, and he's helped me tremendously.
We now see you heading in off of a big win. It happened right here in this gym, and you return to a title fight for PFC. Does it feel different? You've been there before. You've went after this title once before.
It is different. Yeah, definitely. I'm a different man. I'm a different fighter now than when I first tried to go for the title. So I'm very excited for this opportunity. I'm very thankful for this opportunity.
How essential was it to grow, to face some of these adversities that you've had in the cage, specifically to become the fighter that you are now?
It's been a very long journey, and it's been a very hard journey for me. But this is my path. Those are the things that I needed to grow, and I grew from them. So I'm excited to put on this performance.
You have a big experience advantage. Your amateur record is rivaling what a boxer would do before turning professional, how many fights you had. So you have this big amateur experience. Colton Loud, the defending champion, only 5 fights as a professional. How much do you feel his inexperience is going to be a factor in this one?
Well, Colton is a tough fighter. Experience will play a factor in this, because I've been through so many different situations in the cage, and I've learned from them.
Colton's the taller fighter. You're used to dealing with that. So I know it's something that people have hyped up because it was the same for him against Jesus Urbina, looking to stay long, looking to use his striking. How much are you used to now fighting these bigger, taller flyweights?
Yeah, definitely. I've fought flyweights that are 6 foot before. Yeah, so it's like it's nothing that I haven't experienced before. He is a good striker. He does fight well at range. But I have amazing training partners here that are just as tall as him. So it's like I've been getting insane looks during training, and I feel very well prepared for this fight.
I know that there has to be a different level of comfortability we've seen with your grappling and where your striking's coming. So where do you feel the comfortability is now?
I feel very comfortable everywhere. In my last 5 fights, I've rocked every opponent in the first 30 seconds, so it's like the striking is more applicable. I started out as a jiu-jitsu guy. My wrestling is coming along tremendously, so I feel very comfortable everywhere.
Talking about your record, you brought it up a moment ago. Do you feel like that can be deceptive for your opponents? They look at it, they just look at the numbers right away. I don't know if anybody takes the time to really see, like you said, 5-1 in the last 6. Do you think that's something that could almost, deceive your opponents?
Yeah, definitely. There are some fighters with bad records, and it does speak to their ceiling, but I have never been one of those fighters. I have tremendous talent. I have amazing ability in this sport, and I'm ready to show everybody what I can do.
It felt like you had hit another level of confidence, maturity, that a lot of things were coming together before the first peak title fight. What lesson did you take away from that unfortunate setback?
It was mainly about getting my life together and growing as a man, because outside circumstances do play a factor in your ability to perform at the best of your ability. So I've really cut all the fat off from my life. I'm living here at the gym. I'm completely focused. I have 0 distractions. So this is going to be the best Jesse you've ever seen.
Before we came up here to do the interview, I'm watching Andrew Tennyson do cardio. Went and said hi to him and told him we were going to go talk. And he's like, well, you got to tell Jesse, this one comes from me. I don't know if he's noticed it, but he's one of the big brothers around the gym now these days.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I have a lot of experience. And being able to help fighters with less experience is huge. That's part of teamwork. So, yeah, I appreciate that from Andrew.
Andrew wanted me to get that question, wanted to know how you're going to be reacting to being told that you're now almost one of the more knowledgeable guys, one of the elder statesmen around here. Do you know how that would feel? As like we've said, you've been here since you were like 10 years old. 17
at this gym, yeah, but that's 11 years now. You know what I mean? That's longer than a lot of the fighters who are here. So, it's been a great journey, and I'm really thankful for everything.
Heading into the title fight, what do you feel is going to be most important to getting your hand raised, to getting that title wrapped around your waist?
Just listening to my coaches, believing in myself and what I can do, and getting the job done. That's what it really comes down to. Before
we let Jesse get away from us, throw out a couple fun questions. Favorite color?
Green.
We could tell. Is this the shade of green even?
A little bit more blue in it, but just about.
Do you have a favorite movie, TV show, comic book, anything along those lines?
Right now I'm watching an anime called Ninja Kamui, and it is sick, bro. It's instantly risen to the top.
Which one is your all-time favorite, though?
Oh, shit. All-time? I think we got to go with Naruto. Naruto Shippuden. Yeah, that's that classic for me.
All right, surprised there's not some orange then in the favorite color. Do we have a favorite genre of music?
I like a lot of hip-hop, rap. I listen to some EDM, but it's mostly hip-hop and rap.
So along that line, do we have a favorite artist, favorite song?
Not really. No, it changes with the seasons.
Keeping it fly, keeping it fresh. Do you have a favorite food when you're outside of camp?
Birria tacos. I'm coming for those later, for sure.
And is there any favorite food that you're still able to have while in camp?
So I make my food it's really healthy, but I make it really good because you add the right seasonings. As long as you control the sodium intake, then you can season it pretty well and make it really good.
Do you have an all-time favorite athlete, martial artist, fighter?
Prime GSP, Prime Anderson Silva.
Giving you guys a little bit more about Jesse Tafoya. As always, sir, thank you for the time.
Thank you, sir.